Alright, let's see if I can reach this guy.
Hello?
Hey, Robert.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
So, I wanted to reach you. I have been trying to... First of all, congratulations of that victory. It was...
Oh, thanks.
I think I have never seen anyone pitch a perfect game in any kind of geek platform in a league.
Thanks, man.
I was going to say I want to say that I have been a fan of yours for a while, but that really couldn't be true because I am not a fan league spectator for long. Even though I knew that when you came in the league, it was going to change things up.
Yeah, my reputation preceded me a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you see yourself being let's say, a huge force in the Geektacular in the face-off?
I mean, I certainly hope so. My plan right now is to march right towards that title and never let it go.
Okay. I guess I am a Geektacular competitor as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me tell you though, if we play each other, you better step up your Star Wars questions. Okay, I just wanted to congratulate you and say that I am so glad to have you here because you are a person that, attracts a lot of eyes.
Man, it's good to be here. I like playing. I like having fun. It's fun for me, so I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Thank you for picking my call, man. I didn't know if you were going to be so busy, time zones and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
no worries at all.
I like that I don't have to commission you because everyone I put you against might be might say I am trying to take them off the track in Geektacular. Anyways,
Sure.
Thank you for picking me up, man, and I will follow your career with great interest.
Thanks, man. Talk to you soon.
Hi everyone, Jimmy here, fresh off my win in singles. Now I'm in the Geektacular division.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Movie Trivia Face Off. My name is Chris Skywalker Dohmen. Now, for those of you who maybe, weren't there when the very first fan league started up, well, history lesson here, boys and girls. I kind of started it. I ran it.
Hopefully I'm gonna win. What was my objective last time? 1 point? Let's go to 2 points. That's gonna be good.
I've been doing this thing for almost 3 years now. And I have no signs of stopping. I have no reason to slow down.
So I'm facing Chris Dohmen, who is actually someone I know who is already in fan leagues for quite a while. So I know he is good in Skywalker. Geez, I'm wondering why he's calling himself Skywalker. No idea.
Now, Jimmy, I saw that you actually had a very impressive debut in singles, but this is now Geek. And to be honest, I hope I get to see you in singles because you impressed me. But the thing is, I've competed for a Geek belt. Technically fandom, but still. I know my stuff across all divisions.
I'm not gonna be a bad guy. I'm not gonna say stuff like the M in Chris Dohmen stands for moron. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's not good. So.
And I intend to prove my worth today. Because I've only had one loss in 2019, and I intend that to be my only loss.
I'm gonna be a good guy here. I'm gonna wish you a good match. Hopefully if you beat me, it's gonna be by 1 point or 2. But since I'm aiming for 2 points, you might have only 3. Well, we'll see.
So, Mr. Hazard, best of luck to you. May the better man win.
See you soon, Chris.
I'm not gonna hold back.
Hello, Movie Trivia Face-Off fans. DJ Snacks here, your wonderful Geektacular host. Welcome to this next round match in the Geektacular division here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. I am joined by a new announcer today. Good friend of mine, longtime friend of mine. A lot of you probably know him from what used to be Schmoville, now the Collider Live group. You might know him as the Grey Jackal. He is my friend. He is everybody's good buddy, Mr. Graham Butler. How are you, sir?
Hi, yeah, nice to meet you guys again. Just a bit later over this side of the pond, but one does what one must to deliver some quality entertainment to the people. Yeah, as you quite rightly said, I've met a few people through Collider Live and Schmoville. Usually it's Celebration. It's always good fun to meet up with people through this whole medium.
Yeah, so you have your Mando helmet in the background there. Saw you wearing that when you were in Chicago. Looked like a whole lot of fun.
It was great fun, yeah. A lot of beer and a lot of money was spent.
I'd imagine so. So we got a killer match today. We got a couple of competitors familiar with each other from the other fan leagues. As the introductions stated, they do know each other. I think this is going to be a really good match today. Two strong competitors. I know I've seen a couple of matches for Skywalker. And, of course, we had Jimmy Dery launch his singles career in the Movie Trivia Face-Off already. Were you able to catch any of those matches?
I have seen Chris before, yes. I'm familiar with his work. That's quite an impressive resume. I have not caught Jimmy yet, so for me, this is an interesting. I know of the win, but this is going to be an interesting match for me to see how he stacks up against Chris.
Both solid competitors. All right, here it is. It's time for our introductions. Introducing first, he's representing the Dedicated to Art YouTube channel, Who Cares Anyway podcast. He is a long-time movie trivia fan league competitor. You know him as Skywalker. He is Mr. Chris Dohmen. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing well. Doing very well, Mr. Snacks.
All right. Short, sweet, and to the point. That's the way we like it here. And his opponent today, representing the Great White North. Yes, that's right. Another Canadian in the league. Another Canadian competing. You might know him from his singles match. He is Jimmy Hazard Dery. I guess that says it all, doesn't it? All right, then.
Well, see, Jimmy, if you wanted to make a real crack, you'd say, Chris, who cares anyway? But that's all right.
Oh.
Some Canadians are a little bit slower than they appear.
That's disinterested, publicity for you, so I'm not going to do it. It's not free.
That was puntacular. All right. Here we go. Starting round one. And the rules are, for round one in this Geektacular face-off, you will receive 10 questions each, or 10 questions total, random categories given to both competitors. You'll have 15 seconds to give your best attempt at an answer written down on your whiteboard. At the time, when pens are down, you will be asked to show your whiteboard and verbalize your answer to the best of your ability. We're not too picky about spelling, so don't worry too much about that. Each question is worth 1 point. Perfect round will trigger a 1 point bonus question to whoever does receive that perfect round. You both have 3 JTE rules, repeats, and 1 challenge. Those will carry on through the match. Do you understand the rules?
Let's do this.
All
Perfecto.
right. Graham, you ready?
Ready to go,
All
sir.
right. Let's get ready to face off. And here we go. Round one. Let me pull up that document. Round one. Your first question comes from the category of Marvel movies. These are any movies made by the Marvel Studios. And the question is, what music artist performs at the World Unity Fair in 2002's Spider-Man? This is I don't know, I still love this movie. I like the original Spider-Man movies. I thought they were pretty good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And what do you got, Jimmy?
Lacey Adams. I'm not sure.
And Skywalker.
I said Oingo Boingo. Danny Elfman
Looking for
connection.
Macy Gray. Macy Gray.
Ah,
Oh, no perfect rounds today. Go ahead, Graham. Over to you, bud.
That saves us the bonus. We can keep that for next match.
All right.
Right. Question number 2 is in the realm of Middle Earth, literally and figuratively. What couldn't kill the Witch King in Return of the King?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Well written, too.
Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Skywalker.
fool, no man can kill me.
Jimmy?
That's correct.
A man.
All right. 1 point
Absolutely.
each. 1 point each. All right. Third question in this round comes from the category of Star Trek, where no one has gone before. Which Star Trek movie features Tom Hardy as a remake clone of Captain Picard? Not my favorite Star Trek movie, but Tom Hardy gives a good performance.
Yeah,
And
and
overall,
I was always
not that
star
terrible.
for Star Trek as well.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Hazard.
Star Trek Nemesis.
And Skywalker.
Star Trek Nemesis.
All right, 2 points. 2-2.
Right, in the question number 4, in the category of mixed bag, who does Marty claim to be when he breaks into George's room wearing the anti-radiation suit?
This is a good question. I like this.
That one wasn't right, unfortunately.
Yeah. I would have got this one right, so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Skywalker.
Couldn't pull it.
Jimmy.
Flash Gordon.
Darth
dear.
Vader. He claims to be Darth Vader. All right, your next question from the category of movie quotes. Movie quotes. In which movie does Aunt May say, "Life is like a box of chocolates"? Did you see this one? Because it's
I
one of the
did, yeah.
Spider-Man movies I have not seen yet.
Oh yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jimmy.
Spider-Man 3.
And Skywalker.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Actually, the answer we're looking for is Amazing Spider-Man, even though I gave you half the answer.
Well, Chris and May's in the movie, so. Oh yeah, she is.
Do we deduct a point for that?
Can I forfeit?
Yeah, right?
Okay, for question 6, in the world of DC, what is the name of the photojournalist that Alfred invites into the Batcave in 1989's Batman?
Ooh, I know this one. I would have gotten this one right. And I'm not usually that good at Geektacular questions. As Spaniard will attest to.
Yes.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Chris, what you have?
Vicky Vale.
And Jimmy. Not that.
Nah,
Oh.
John Blake.
All right. That gives, by my count, a 3-2 lead for Mr. Dohmen there.
I concur.
All right. Over to you, sir. Next question.
No, it's you for number 7.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. And the category is Star Wars. Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. How many times does Han Solo fire his blaster at Darth Vader in Cloud City? And I got
that's a
this
deep
one right.
cut. That's a deep cut. I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, this Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie out of Star Wars. So I saw it 7 times opening day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Mr. Hazard.
2.
Mr. Skywalker.
5.
We're looking for 4. He fired 4 bolts.
Yeah, it's my favourite of the Star Wars films as well, but I would not got that count.
One of them sounds like 2. That's why I thought that, but fair enough.
On to question 9. Question 8. I do apologise. In the DCEU, what is the official name of the group of Misfits that Amanda Waller convinces Washington, D.C. to assemble?
I would never have gotten this question because I
Official name.
don't even know
Oh.
what movie this is from, to be honest with you. I'm not a big DC fan, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Skywalker.
Didn't pull it.
Hazard.
It's Operation something, but I wrote Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was the film. The actual name of the group was Task Force X.
Yeah, they're not called that in the movie, so I'll let it slide.
Okay. As I said, I've not seen the movie, so I couldn't give you an up or down on that. So, next question comes from the category of MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In what city does Black Widow retrieve Bruce Banner from in Marvel's The Avengers? And I hope everybody here would get this one right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jimmy.
Mumbai, India.
And Skywalker.
I said Rio de Janeiro.
We're looking for Calcutta.
Oh.
You had the right country, just the wrong city.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself for that. Oh.
Moving on to the final question of the round. Question 10 in the Wizarding World. Dolores Umbridge first appears in which Harry Potter?
I'll go ahead and give this one to Spaniard since I know that's his strength and I know he's going to get it. He always gets on me about not being a Harry Potter fan, so, you know.
I'm not gonna miss this one, though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Chris.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
And Jimmy.
Order of the Phoenix.
1 point each. Looks like a 4-3 lead for Christopher Dohmen at this point. At the end of round 1. That's pretty decent round.
Pretty shabby.
Well, not everybody can have a perfect round. And those are some pretty deep questions there, so we like to give you tough ones to start out with just to challenge your knowledge. All right. We're going to head on to round 2 now.
If you followed any of these games, as you should be familiar with these rules, round 2, each competitor spins the category wheel. And you can respin once if you don't like the category that you land on, unless, however, it lands on opponent's choice. Then you're stuck with that. The competitor will get 4 questions from a chosen category. Each question is worth 2 points initially. However, if you request multiple choice, then the value drops to 1 point. Opponents may steal if the competitor gives an incorrect answer, but also the point value remains the same. So 2 if the first is incorrect and 1 if they have gone to multiple choice. Repeats and challenges still in effect. We have had no JTE rules thus far, I believe, and no challenges. So everyone has their full complement.
All right. Chris Dohmen is in the lead 4 points to 3. Would you like to spin first, Chris, or defer to your opponent today?
I will defer.
All right, Mr. Dery. Let me know when you're ready for me to spin, sir.
I just want to point out something first.
Sure.
I got 3 points.
I said 4-3.
Hey! I know.
Yeah, your goal was 2 and you got 3. Well done.
I wanted 2. All right.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us a lesson that we should learn.
Star Wars. Ooh, that's tough.
Come on.
Yeah, take it. Nope, spin again.
All right, spinning away from Star Wars. Spin number 2.
I'm not gonna give him a chance to steal all the points.
Oh, no. Did we use the wheel from Houston?
It's a fate.
Wow, all right. Star Wars it is.
It is the will of the Force.
May the wheel be with you. All
Indeed.
right. Mr. Butler, over to you,
Yes, sir. Right. Question 1 in the realm of Star Wars. According to Anakin Skywalker, from what nightmare did he rescue Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, I knew this one.
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice answers are a village of Tuscan raiders, a nest of Gundarks, a
That's the
nest
one.
of Rancor.
B.
Could you clarify?
B. Final answer. B as in boy.
That's correct. A nest of Gun.
I knew it was a nest of something, but I forgot.
Question 2. In what was Luke Skywalker's rank in the Rebel Alliance at the Battle of Hoth?
Pretty sure.
Rogue leader.
That is incorrect. Chris for the steal.
Commander. Rogue leader was his title. He was the commander of
correct.
the rebel forces.
2
That
points.
is correct. 2 points to Sky. Ironically. Right, for the next question. On which planet was Commander Bakara when Order 66 was executed?
Yeah, I never would have gotten this one. Even though that's my favorite Star Wars movie, I would not have gotten this one.
Multiple choice.
Okay, your answers are, or your potential answers are, Mygito or Mygito, Felucia, Kashyyyk, or Coruscant.
C.
Chris for the steal. That's incorrect.
Megiddo.
Correct. Another steal.
1 point steal.
Ouch.
Your penultimate question. What did Luke Skywalker tell Han Solo about Princess Leia that made him change his mind about rescuing her?
This brings a big old smile to my face thinking about this. That was a good little scene. Yeah.
Please repeat the question.
First JTE.
Certainly will. First JT Hill. Thank you very much. What did Luke Skywalker tell Han Solo about Princess Leia that made Han change his mind about rescuing?
Rescuing her?
Correct.
Because she's beautiful and rich.
Oh, I think we'll give you that. It was the answer.
I think
was
we'll
that
give
she
you
was
that one.
rich. Yeah, she was rich. That was it. And he would be richer than
She's
one.
rich.
Well, Chris, if you want to challenge, go on.
Well, I mean, the exact quote is "she's rich,"
She's rich.
but it is if I was in their shoes, I would still give it to you because you did say she and is and rich. Just threw in 2 extra words there.
That's kind of you. Thank you. And by the way, that book lied. Ugh.
7-6.
Right.
7-6.
Yes, the final question in this round, or at least in Jimmy's part of this round. How old was Anakin Skywalker when Qui-Gon and Padme happened into Watto's junk shop?
I don't know if I would have got this one. No, I wouldn't have.
You should have said, "It's my last question of the match." But I believe he was 10 years old.
Afraid not. Steal.
9. He was 9
Correct.
because she was 14.
That was a 2-point steal for a 9-6 lead at the end of Jimmy's round 2. Boy, all right. Let me get back over here to the wheel. And whenever you're ready, Mr. Dohmen.
Give her a spin.
Let's see what we come up with for Chris on his spin. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
MCU. Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's not that I'm not comfortable with it, but what the hell? Let's spin it one more time.
All right, spinning away from MCU.
So a couple more categories, I'd be a little more.
Opponent's
So
choice.
we're going to go with Star Trek. Star Trek.
All right.
The lesser of
And
the
I will
two.
be asking you. Yeah, I will be asking you your questions, Mr. Dohmen. All right, your first question in round 2. Which Star Trek movie features a plot line where the Enterprise is hijacked to go through the Great Barrier to meet God?
They go to the planet Shakari because they are hijacked by Cybox, Spock's brother, in Star Trek V: The Final Frontier.
No hesitation whatsoever. 2 points. We're doing 11-6 lead at this point.
It's not over yet.
Don't lose hope yet. We're not done yet, dear Jimmy. Your next question. What Night Court alumni appeared in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, as Maltz?
It's still crazy to see him, John Larroquette.
No hesitation again. This man knows his Star Trek. All right. Third question. Michael Dorn first appears in which Star Trek movie?
Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
I think somebody needs to take some training time on Star Trek with this gentleman. Your fourth question. It is currently 15-6. Your fourth question.
Ooh la la.
What Enterprise mainstay does James Kirk meet at a Starfleet outpost on Delta Vega in 2009's Star Trek?
Spock.
Incorrect.
Okay, hold on. So hold on. So there's a technicality to this one.
Yes.
Now he meets Spock Prime, but he also meets Montgomery Scott. So there's technically two answers here.
We're going to take this as a challenge. I'm going to talk to the other commissioners. We'll be right back. And we're back. And Mr. Dohmen has successfully challenged the wording of that question. And in doing so, he still maintains his challenge. We're going to ask him a different question because that wasn't exactly worded very well. We'll have to work on it. And thank you for pointing that out. We do appreciate those kind of things being pointed out to us. It's the only way we can make the league better. All right. So your replacement question is, who is the first officer of the USS Kelvin at the beginning of 2009's Star Trek?
George Kirk.
That is correct. And that gives you a 17-6 lead. And your fifth question in round 2. And a possible knockout at this point. Who directed Star Trek First Contact?
Jonathan Frakes.
And your winner by means of technical knockout with a final score of 19-6. 19-6. Chris Skywalker Dohmen.
Jimmy Hazard, take care.
Wow. And he walks off the stage. Walks off the set. Oh my. What an event this has been. What do you think there, Mr. Grey Jackal?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, as I said, I knew Chris had some stones, so to speak, but I wasn't expecting something quite so demolishing. I do apologize, Jimmy, but it was thoroughly.
I wasn't aware that Chris was that strong in Star Trek. All right, we're going to send it over to our interviewer. Again, Andrew the Elk Kelk is filling in. Since he's going to be our Geektacular guy, over to you, Andrew.
Hello again, Face Off fans. Welcome back to the Elks Lodge. That's right, it's me, Kelk the Elk, here for all your Geektacular needs, and here with two amazing competitors today. They've had a hell of a matchup, a little bit of an unexpected outcome, and to talk more about that, we are here first with the winner, the man himself. He is dedicated to art. Who Cares Anyway is the podcast. Let's get some words with Skywalker. That's right, not the last of the Skywalkers. Mr. Dohmen, hello, how are you? How you feeling after that win?
I don't know if I'll have that great of a performance again because of my luck in round 2, but I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very good right now.
Absolutely. Obviously very impressive in that round 2. Did okay in that round 1. Let's talk about it. You start off with round 1. A little bit of a slow start for both competitors. I was watching along. You had some deep cut questions there. You're at 4-3 going out of the first round. What's your thought process as you came to the end there?
My thought process coming out of round 1 was, I actually wasn't expecting that level of deep cut for some of the questions, but they were still obviously very fair questions to ask. But my thought process was just like, okay, as long as I can, defer and hopefully Jimmy only has like a decent round 2 and then I can get one of my strengths on that wheel because there actually were a few of them. And as long as I could just keep pace, that's all that I was worried about. But it seems fate had some other ideas in store.
Well, you certainly did have a little bit more luck coming into round 2. How are you feeling? You're looking at that wheel. You're seeing your opponent, Mr. Hazard. He's putting up a fight, and then he spins away and comes right back to a category I know he didn't want you to have. How are you feeling? You got some steals in there, and then you're coming into your own round with a lead, actually.
At that point, I was just thinking, okay, anything but opponent's choice, because a couple of weaknesses of mine are very obvious, and I just need to not make them weaknesses anymore. But until I can make the time to get that to happen, I just knew like, okay, as long as it's something I'm good with, then I'll be able to put the pressure on, and if not, end it. Then again, make it tough in round 3. But again, here's the thing. People need to realize, sure, my name is Skywalker, but I grew up with both Star Trek and Star Wars very equally. So, yeah, come at me, Star Trek fans. I want to find some more. I want to see someone who can match me.
All right, a man who's very confident in his space-based movie trivia, whether or not it is in a galaxy far, far away. Got to give you a big congratulations today, Skywalker. You did an amazing job. Don't forget, guys, check him out. Dedicated to art on YouTube. He's got the Who Cares Anyway podcast. Your winner by a very, very impressive knockout. That's right, Skywalker, coming back to Geektacular very soon. And with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a conversation with his opponent today, the unfortunate loser, Mr. TD Hazard himself. Right back with that. All right, Jimmy. Oh, my fellow Canadian, you fought well today. You had a tough round 1 coming out. Very tough questions, but you're head-to-head with your opponent. You're up there with Skywalker, and actually you're only behind by a point. Going into round 2, how are you feeling? Do you think I have a real good shot at this? I can make a run at it?
Well, I'd say I had a pretty good chance at Geektacular, but it seems I got 2 weaknesses in round 2, so hadn't really wasn't going my way. Shit happens. I just wanted to point out as well that I feel like in my career right now, I haven't had to answer a single round 3 question, so I got that going for me. That's pretty good. But someday I'm gonna have to. So I don't know what my next opponent is gonna be in the Geektacular or even in singles, because the tournament is coming up. So we'll see. I will be back for sure, but in a better capacity than this one, I guess.
Well, I got to say that round 2 looked real rough for you. Very unfortunate with the wheel. Looks like shades of Clark Wolf, her early career with that wheel spin there. You tried to get away from it. You came right back. You got Star Wars. Not a good category when you're up against a man named Skywalker. So you can't have liked the way that round 2 went. How were you feeling going through that? He gets a steal. He gets another steal. Were you thinking, this is the end of the match? I don't know if I can come back from this?
Well, I think it was clear during the recording. I was kind of out of it already by the second question, pretty much, because I knew if I miss one in Star Wars, Skywalker is going to grab it. So I knew pretty much out of the waters that he was going to win. And then he spins Star Trek, which I pretty much knew he was good at. So another one that I once I got screwed by the wheel. Well, it's a digital wheel. We also saw a match recently that where the wheel was kind of lopsided, but I don't think it happened here. So I want to shout out the commissioners. I know they're straight, so it's all good. I'm gonna get through it.
Well, that's right. We've got Jimmy Hazard. He's showing some respect to the commissioners of the Face-Off League, working very hard for you, for your entertainment as always, as are we all. He's saying he's going to be coming back in Geektacular. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully you get a better spin next time. No bad luck with that wheel. No bad luck with those categories. And, you do still have that win in singles, which some real great competitors couldn't win their first match in singles, if you know what I mean. We have a wonderful competitor in Mr. Hazard, unfortunately facing that loss today. Keep representing for all of us. He's coming from the Great White North, just like me. As always, ladies and gentlemen, with your Geektacular updates, I am Kelk the Elk. I am not sorry. You are welcome. Back to you boys at the desk.
Spectacular interviews from our competitors today. Kind of a rough day for Jimmy Dery. On the strength of his singles win, I figured he would be a little bit more competitive, but, as he said, you spin Star Wars twice against a guy named Skywalker. Sometimes the wheel doesn't like you. Of course, as you can see, my friend Graham Butler over there, the Great Jackal has reverted to his type, and unfortunately, he won't be having a whole lot to say about this match. I think he pretty much said it all while we were recording. Good match today. Congratulations out to Christopher Skywalker Dohmen. Solid win today. The good news for Jimmy is this is a round-robin tournament for our first season of Geektacular. So even though you have one loss, you're not completely out yet. Got to get knocked out twice before you're out of the match and have to wait until next season to participate. Now, having said that, that does not include any stipulation matches, which I will be having a statement coming out about Spaniard calling out the suited man. I'll be probably having that out maybe sometime this weekend. Depends on how quickly the editing crew can get that turned around. All right. For myself, the staff writers, the editors, the recorders, the competitors, and especially all you fans out there, I want to give a shout out and a thank you today to Christopher Dohmen, to Mr. Jimmy Dery, my partner on the desk, Mr. Graham Butler, and thank you for watching this edition of Geektacular Movie Trivia Face Off. Remember, be excellent to each other.